This Reddit post has been trending on Twitter, and the Reddit post is about a parent who found their 9-year-old using Google AI for swimming tips and tips on how to write better fan fiction. On Twitter, of course, people are like, oh, they're sad for this child because why not just give that child supervised usage of an AI chatbot? For me personally, I frame my thinking on whether children should be allowed to use AI on 2 research papers that I recently read. The first paper talks about how AI psychosis is most likely to happen to people who are already vulnerable to it. So people with psychotic conditions or mental health illnesses. Another group identified was children. Children are not developed enough to navigate identity formation by themselves. Another group was people who are sleep deprived, which is very interesting. Then the other research paper was about AI manipulation. Because AI chatbots are primed to give answers that please users, they really aim to increase that user satisfaction. And one of the ways that was found is a manipulative method called feedback hacking, where LLMs are found to have identified that when you are more sycophantic to a vulnerable person, they are more likely to give the LLM a good review, that thumbs up that it did well. And so LLMs can identify groups of vulnerable people and give them answers that are different from a person who's not vulnerable. And this is how they're able to evade detection because they're only doing it to specific groups. Now imagine what that could look like in a child who is regularly using AI. First of all, a 9-year-old is too young. Even social media, we say that the entry age is 13, right? AI has supercharged harms. So perhaps the age for use of a general purpose AI chatbot should be even above 13. It's probably 16. And for things that kids are, or people are worried that kids are being locked out of, like education, we should have AI chatbots that are tailored for specific purposes. Like there's a difference between a child using the Khan Academy AI chatbot versus a child using ChatGPT. You're just exposed to too many risks. The other reason is when we're thinking about red teaming and how LLMs are trained to not be harmful, it's adults who are doing this red teaming, adults who are trying to think like children, adults who are trying to anticipate the kind of harms that a child would encounter when they're using a chatbot. Now, because these are not actual children, you will never be able to mimic exactly how a child is. And so we're not even sure how many more risks are still available in general purpose AI chatbots. Another reason is that chatbots are anthropomorphic, like to act like they're human beings. And when a child is using a chatbot that's acting as if it's a human being, they're not able to distinguish that this is an actual technological tool. Imagine how much adults are struggling with AI psychosis. How about a 9-year-old who's not been able to form that ability to distinguish real from fiction? Yeah, but these are just some of the things I think of when I think of harms and kids using general purpose AI chatbots.